A very warm welcome to this, the first film in our Roof Coverings series. In it, we look at the key characteristics of pitched roofs. Let's start by looking back at what we've already seen are the typical features of pitched roofs. A roof is referred to as a pitched roof when one or more of the roof surfaces slopes at more than 10 degrees from the horizontal. Depending on the orientation of roof surfaces, pitched roofs are divided into single or mono-pitched roofs, gabled roofs and hipped roofs, and combinations of these, such as half-hipped roofs, gabled hipped roofs, and pavilion or polygonal roofs. Like flat roofs, pitched roofs are required to perform a number of functions in terms of structural engineering and building physics. These include transferring dead and live loads, whether vertical or horizontal, and protecting the buildings they cover against the elements, as well as exterior cold and interior heat loss. As you know, it's much easier to remove rainwater from a pitched roof than a flat one. Whereas water is simply diverted off a pitched roof, a flat roof, which acts as a collecting basin, requires a barrier against moisture penetration. The shape of pitched roofs can be very complicated, as when the sloping roof surfaces cover a building that is made up of a combination of different cubes, for example. The lines where the roof surfaces intersect with the exterior walls and with each other all have names, which you should already be familiar with. The upper and lower edges of a roof surface are known as the ridge and the eaves, respectively. The line where they meet the gable wall is the verge. Hips and valleys denote the lines of intersection of two roof surfaces that slope in different directions. Pitched roofs are generally beam-type constructions. A load-bearing structure built of wooden beams is called a timber-framed roof. In a purlin roof, the rafters that support the roof structure sit on horizontal members known as purlins. In a rafter roof, the rafters are connected by a horizontal timber to form a closed triangle in which the horizontal timber is subject to tension and connects the lower bearing points of the two rafters together. A roof needs to meet a number of different requirements. Externally, it has to provide thermal and sound insulation and sun screening, drain away water, and keep the wind out. Internally, it's responsible for room acoustics and particle diffusion and must store heat and condensation and protect against air pressure. Because the load-bearing structure of a pitched roof is open to the timber frame, various different layers with different functions are needed to meet these complex requirements. Summary. A pitched roof is one in which one or more of the roof surfaces slopes at more than 10 degrees to the horizontal, allowing rainwater to be diverted simply and effectively. As the uppermost part of a building, a pitched roof must also perform many other functions, including the provision of thermal and sound insulation and keeping wind out. To meet these complex requirements, a pitched roof structure comprises a number of different layers with different functions. Our Roof Coverings series continues with film number 2, in which we take a look at the outer layer of a roof covering.